Quiero hablar español con fluidez. Ich will Deutsch fließend sprechen. Je veux parler français comme un vrai français. Voglio parlare e mangiare come un italiano vero. Ha! Speaking a foreign language. The ultimate skill everyone wants to master. And the one skill everyone feels anxious about. Ironic, ain't it? Maybe you're German and you want to learn Italian, so you think, Mann, ich hab Schiss mit diesen Italienern zu reden. Or maybe you're an Italian who's about to have a conversation with a tutor for the first time and you say to yourself, Oddio, e che gli dico mo a questo? Or maybe you're an American who wants to learn Mexican Spanish. I have to go to Mexico in 2 months. I will not understand anything when I order a margarita. If you feel self-conscious, terrified, and full of doubts about speaking your target language, let me tell you that that is as normal as tourists getting lost in Venice. Learning to speak any language for the first time is not easy, but it's not as difficult or terrifying as it seems. Here are 3 smart language strategies that can change it all. Smart language strategy number 1, talk to yourself. Back in the day, when I was still working as a language coach, an American student of mine from New York, we'll call her Anna, required my coaching services. She had been learning Italiano, a beautiful language, if I may say so, myself, for about a year. And she had finally decided to contact me to overcome one big obstacle. She felt ready to speak the language, but was terrified at the mere idea of interacting with a native speaker. Why don't you talk to yourself for a bit before jumping into a convo, I told her. Anna was quite intrigued by the suggestion, and she started applying it the following day. I told her to start with 1 minute a day of self-talk in Italian for a week. Anna started talking to herself about one interesting thing which had happened to her the day before. Oggi ti voglio raccontare di ciò che è successo ieri. Mi sono alzata presto e sono andata a correre con il mio cane Max. Mi piace correre la mattina. Il tempo a New York era bellissimo. Sono tornata a casa contenta e ho fatto una buona colazione. So, Anna started her 1 minute speech every day. She loved it from the get-go, and after a while she decided it was time to hire a tutor and talk with a vero italiano in carne ed ossa, and here we are. It took Anna 7 months from the time we started working together to gain conversational fluency in Italian, and today she's practically Italian. Here's the thing. Speaking a foreign language does not necessarily mean speaking it with a native speaker from the get-go. If that gives you anxiety, just start with yourself. You always have this beautiful audience of one. You, no matter where you go and at any time. Win, win, and again, win. So start speaking with yourself 1 minute a day about something that you find meaningful and fun to talk about. It's simple and it works like a charm, especially if you start doing it every single day. Smart language strategy number 2, COP, communication over performance. So Anna started talking to herself and to her tutor, Anna. And of course, when she started talking to her tutor, speaking Italian was still intimidating. My tutor, Maria from Naples, is so bubbly and so friendly. I love her, she said. However, she added with a big sigh, the problem is me. My mind goes blank all the time. Ciao, Maria. Oh my God, I don't know what to say next. I'm constantly looking for words. Maria, ti volevo parlare del... How do you say what happened yesterday? I'm scared of not understanding, and when I don't understand a thing, I panic and I feel dumb. Ciao Anna, cosa hai fatto oggi di bello? Di bello? Is she asking me about something beautiful? Oh my God, I don't know how to reply. I told her that everything that was happening to her, and it probably happened to you as well, is totally normal. And it has one specific reason. Anna was focused on performing well instead of enjoying the act of communicating with someone. Think about it for a second. What have you learned at school, in college, at university, etc.? Yes, you were taught that you need to ace your exams. You need to do bella figura in front of the class and in front of your teacher. That you had to perform well. That you had to conjugate every single damn verb right. That if you did not handle that Spanish subjuntivo well, you will flunk the exam. All this while piecing together coherent sentences with passable pronunciation and grammar in a foreign language. Does that ring a bell? Well, get this. The irony is that we have unlearned to do something we were so good at as children, speaking for the fun of it. The educational system has stripped us of that natural curiosity that allowed us to fail the fastest, to learn the fastest. Now, don't make me rant about the school system. I rant enough about it on my blog and in other videos. But I want you to know this. If you're scared of speaking a foreign language, any foreign language for that matter, it is because the school system has instilled in you, whether you wanted it or not, convergent thinking over critical thinking, conformity over authenticity, memorization over process, failure as something to avoid, and ultimately competition over collaboration. That is why you're scared of speaking. You're scared of sounding foolish or not sounding as good as that other cool dude who handles Deutsch like a champ. But fear not, my friend, because by taking action, you will quickly snap out of this mindset. Embrace COP, communication over performance. You live in Paris and that you've been learning French for a little while. You meet your French language partner and you tell him in his native language, français, about something really good that happened last night. You were at a concert in Stade de France and you were standing shoulder to shoulder with a very pretty girl. The two of you hit it off immediately and now you have a date with her this coming Saturday. You're completely in the moment. You are so excited about what happened that you realized only minutes later that, wow, you said that all en français. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ça fait 20 minutes que je n'arrête pas de parler français. Il y a 3 jours, je ne savais même pas dire bonjour à la dame qui habite en bas. You realize in retrospect that your desire to tell your partner about this pretty French girl was so strong that you did not care about whether you got verbs, genders, and syntax right. You just wanted to tell your story. When you are in the zone, you could not care less about what people think of your tempi verbali in Italiano, ton subjonctif en français, or about your padigi in Russian. You're using the language for the purpose of communicating. Io andare a casa presto. I to go home soon. There, I said it. Yes, the good old Tarzan way, but who gives a damn that I use the infinitive form to go instead of vado? I just said it, and that's what counts. You don't stop thinking about words you don't know, but you find ways to use what you have to get your point across, to circumvent the obstacle, so to speak. That is how you should feel every time you speak with your tutor, your language partner, or that random dude you stumble upon in the pub across the street. COP, communication over performance. When you get into this COP mindset, you will see a lot of amazing things happen. Smart language strategy number 3, simplify. Let's go back one final time to our beloved Anna. She started speaking to herself. She started speaking with her tutor. And she embraced and integrated COP into her conversations. All great. But she still found it difficult to express herself fluently and eloquently. She told me that she was still thinking too much about grammar and she was trying to sound sophisticated, refined, and elegant in Italiano. My suggestion for her, and the same applies to you, consisted of 2 very simple pieces of advice. Break any sentence into simpler pieces and use a simple subject-verb-object structure. Imagine you want to say, even if I love Japanese, I want to wait a bit more before starting learning it because I'm currently learning Italian. What about saying this instead? I love Japanese. However, I want to wait because I'm learning Italian now. Easier to process and say, don't you think? As for point number 2, my suggestion is even simpler. Strip a sentence to its bones. Always start with a basic language structure. Subject, verb, object. Oggi vado al mare. J'apprends l'allemand tous les jours. Я хочу просто поговорить с тобой. These sentences are easy to say because they are simple at their core. With these 2 pieces of advice, you can take any long-ass sentence and make things easy for you. For example, imagine you want to say, hi, I wanted to tell you that despite the heat, I want to go to Italy in the summer. What is the essence, the core of this sentence? Yes, you got that right. You want to go to Italy in the summer. So, by combining point number 1 and point number 2, you first break down the sentence into 2 smaller pieces, and then you make these shorter sentences. You make these pieces simple as you can. And so, you move from, hi, I want to tell you that despite the heat, I want to go to Italy in the summer, to, I want to go to Italy in the summer, even if it's hot. Remember, less is more. Simplify. And simple does not mean simplistic. Ask yourself this pivotal question. How can I say anything in the simplest possible way? Once you train your mind to use efficient, simple, and direct sentences in your target language, you're going to experience a real revolution in your speaking skills. I guarantee it. So, there you have it. Start speaking with yourself every day for a bit. Focus on communication over performance and strip your sentences to the bone. Sooner than you might think, you will be speaking Deutsch, Polski, Portuguese, and any other language you want. In order to speak well, you have to take the complex skill of speaking and simplify it to the point where you're working on and doing the right things. And if you're really dead serious about skyrocketing your speaking skills, check out my Speakeasy course, which gives you the confidence and clarity to say what you need to say with style in only 12 days. Link in the description box and in the comment section below. That's it for today, folks. Ciao for now, and as always, happy language learning.